Hey guys, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved with Grant.
Hi.
Fucking Grant's gonna shout it up. Um, we have a fucking Argent. Yep, level 108 Argent. No one tamed it. Believe it or not, Clancy won it in a race. I shit you not. Some guy said he was leaving the server, and he said that the first two people to make it to the blue obelisk would be given an Argent. And Clancy, with his 1 billion movement speed points, just dropped everything that he had and just legged it there and got us 108 Argent. Unfortunately, no one else was online at the time, so none of us could get the second Argent, but yeah, free Argent. But we're still trying to gather up enough materials to fix up the old base so that we don't lose this new fucking Argent, but we'll see, I suppose. I suppose worst comes to worst, we can tear down the panic room in the old base. Oh, Grant, I forgot to ask, do you want me to bring you up to the mountain with me? That's a resounding no. Oh, you're too many angry though. Fair enough. That's fine, because I can just fill up the bird anyway. So yeah, we're still trying to gather metal, gather chitin, stroke keratin, and basically fill up the bird, fill up the Argent. Right, okay. We're gonna hit a story time with Steejo because I've got some fucking crackers from the last couple of days. Generally,
I love story time.
how's it going, TJ?
Good. How are you?
I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad.
That's good. Okay, continue with story time.
Okay. So, generally over the weekend we have a lot of guests because the missus enjoys entertaining. Not like that, you dirty bastards. So we had one of our friends over, and I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. We were talking about yogurt for some fucking reason. And I'm saying how, like, I go through a lot of yogurt because I have, like, yogurt and granola for my breakfast. And, one of my girlfriend's friends turns around and says, yeah, like, my boyfriend eats a lot of yogurt. He goes through, like, 2 massive fucking tubs, like, a week. I'm like, oh, how does he go through that much fucking yogurt? And she's like, well, he's a postman. And she just fucking leaves it at that. Like, this is some sort of obvious shit that this guy is a postman and therefore enjoys yogurt. Like, there's some sort of fucking Illuminati conspiracy that all postmen enjoy yogurt. So here's me sitting, like, fucking buckling it because she just assumed that this was just a well-known fact to every person on the planet that postmen enjoy yogurt. Whereas the actual reasoning was that because he's a postman, he burns lots of calories. Like, it was just so fucking dumbfounding that I just, like, couldn't contain myself. But, fucking yogurt. So, I'm pouring out my granola this morning, and I honestly couldn't eat the fucking thing because I was thinking about this just universal fucking truth that postmen eat a lot of yogurt. Just imagining, like, a group of posties, like Postman Pat, watching Postman Pat as a child, and I'm just sitting around a table with his other postie pals eating some fucking yogurt. The second daft fucking story was we went out, it was actually today, it was earlier on, went out to get something to eat with some friends. And we're sitting waiting to be seated at this restaurant, we're like sitting in the bar, looking out the window. And my missus lets out like a small squeal, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And she's like, there's a fucking seagull that's just fell off the roof and landed on the pavement. And true as fuck, there's this fucking seagull outside the window of this restaurant, just lying on the ground, twitching with like a broken fucking wing. It's like, what the absolute fuck is going on in my life? So, me being the sick, morbid fuck that I am, I was sitting looking at this, I was like, what the fuck? Just, I could not believe just the inhumanity of this seagull twitching. And, her being the sensible one out of the pair of us decides to go and tell the maitre d' that, like, there's a dead fucking, or a dying fucking seagull outside. To which point this couple rolls up and they stop in front of the seagull and they're just looking at it, and then the guy whips out his phone, and me being once again the morbid human that I am, I starts doing a voiceover of this guy and like what he would be saying to his missus, and like pretending like it was on the phone to someone, like he wasn't actually videoing it, but in my head he was videoing it, and I went through an entire fucking scene of this guy talking about how he's going to be YouTube famous with this this fucking video of a dying seagull outside a restaurant. And then the fucking worst part, right? So my missus goes up and she tells the maitre d', and she's like, yeah, like there's like a dying fucking seagull outside your restaurant, which I think is fucking ludicrous. Like, having worked in the restaurant industry, my first reaction to someone telling me that would be like, oh, well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? It's fucking outside the restaurant. If it was lying on your table, then maybe I'd sort it, but because once again I'm like a dickhead, as many as many of you will know. But so yeah, like she says to the maitre d', and the maitre d' is like, oh, that's a sin, and then that was it. And I was like, okay, so the maitre d's kind of got like the same fucking attitude as me. It's like, welp, it's outside, I ain't fucking touching it. But no, she fucking says to one of the guys who's working there, she's like, dude, there's like a dead seagull outside, can you sort it? And the guy comes out with a fucking box and a carrier bag. And I kid you not, the guy is like, he stands outside and looks at the fucking seagull, and I can imagine what's going through the guy's head. The guy's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a dead fucking seagull? Bearing in mind, the couple that had stopped outside and are on the phone are still standing there just looking at this dying seagull like some sad sadistic fucks. I say they're sad and sadistic. I was like sitting in the restaurant, like on the floor, fucking laughing at this entire scene like going in front of me. But the fucking the guy the guy, he's got a plastic bag around one hand now, like a big fucking bin liner round one hand, and like an empty wine box in the other hand, and he like after he's done contemplating his life and how the fuck he got here, he like bends over and pokes the fucking seagull to see if it's still alive. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's clearly fucking dead. And then he's like, not content with poking the fucking seagull, he starts like giving it a shove. At which point I'm like cracking up and saying that he should like start performing CPR. Maybe if he gives it the breath of life, it'll be okay. So the guy, after like determining it's dead, like starts like walloping it with a fucking box. He's like tapping it with the side of the box just to make fucking sure that it's dead. And like, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's like, it's clearly fucking dead. So he then like shoves the box on its side and like squeefs the thing in with the with the plastic bag in his hand into the box, and then he just like starts walking away from the restaurant. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, does anyone order the grilled seagull? Like, what the fuck? But honestly, it was like one of these super fucking strange scenes that was going on in front of me, and I was like, what, like, why? How do people get themselves in such a situation that they end up fucking, that's a part of their job, is picking up a dead seagull and taking it to like the local fast food restaurant?
I hope you weren't getting the special that day at the restaurant.
Fuck no, man. I got the beef.
Good choice.
Honestly, man, like this guy, it was the thing that set me off was like the first. I wasn't too bad at the start when it was like just the couple rocked up and like they're on the phone. I was like, who the fuck are they on the phone to? The RSPCA or the SSPCA rather, because we're in Scotland. And then the guy walks out. He stands there over this dead seagull and just stares. He honestly was there for about 5 minutes just watching this seagull just to like assess like the reason that it's like for his existence. Oh man, it was comic gold. And it wasn't until like halfway through it that I was like, oh shit, I should have videotaped this. This would have went viral because it was just ludicrous. It's just like, oh shit. Oh, I timed out of arc. That's not great. We're having technical difficulties at the moment. Please bear with me. My, oh, I was so happy. I had a big smile on my face. Yeah, it appears my internet has died. My internet has died a death. Oh, that sucks. Huh, must be time for Rocket League. Well, this is going to have to be a short episode, and I ain't recording it again because fuck that noise. That was like a great story, but I am now disconnected, flying over the top of the fucking place in an Argent, only Argent. Oh my god. It just went from being really happy to being really somber. But I'm going to call it an episode here because I thought you'd like those stories of my life. So, as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steve, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.